Hey, this is Evan from Octane and Electrons. Today we're going to check out the new LAUNCH X431 PRO3S Plus Elite. This is a repair shop professional level diagnostic OBD scanner. It has a Smartlink module that can be used as a J2534 programmer and comes with the tablet. And the Smartlink works to talk to your vehicle, but it comes with a really killer Android tablet with the Launch app to be your interface. So it's just really excellent. I've been playing around with it a little bit to make sure I can explain a lot of the features on the video, because it's got a lot of stuff. So we're going to look at everything we can here. It comes with a separate case. You can see it says non-16 pin adapter box. So this is very cool. Comes with all sorts of adapters for various cars, trucks, all sorts of stuff. One thing I'm going to play with, I forget which one it was. I think it's this 12 pin, has an old GM OBD1 adapter, and I have an old 81 Firebird that's a first year with a computer command control that uses that. So at some point I'll play around with that and see how it works. But comes with adapters for all sorts of vehicles. Of course, the cable that comes with the Smartlink is a typical OBD2 cable plug, so nothing to worry about there for most modern vehicles, but this gives you a ton of flexibility. Comes with various power cables here, battery clip for a 12-volt battery, and a cigarette lighter plug for the Smartlink device, so you can power it off the vehicle. And then we have some other adapter cables in here. So very cool. Okay, we'll go back over here. Here's the main box for the unit. We'll open it up. Has a really nice user manual that explains everything you need to know, packing list, start guide, and then it has your code, right here, on a piece of paper that'll have your serial number and activation code for the software. So make sure you have that. You'll need it when you set up your tablet and register it. Set that out of the way. Okay, in the box, open this up. We have our tablet right here. And this thing is really amazing. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a look. Okay, really nice, durable Android tablet. Killer reflective screen, super bright, has USB ports there, has a kickstand on the back, camera. You can use this thing as a full-on Android tablet outside of the diagnostic use. It's really killer. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on, let it power up. We'll go ahead and set it aside for now. Okay, set it over here. And put this down. Okay, other side of the box. I love this. They use these latching tabs here. You can open it up. It's super nice. Store all the rest of your cables. You have, I think it's Cat5 network cable, which is used for the Smartlink interface for some diagnostic connections that I don't use, and I'm not totally sure. It's not an application I'll use it for, but it does have the port on here. And then we have USB cable right there for the Smartlink interface to use as a programmer, a J2534 programmer. And then it has various power cables and your OBD cable that connects from the Smartlink to your vehicle. So that's everything we get with it. Let's see. Cool. Our tablet has powered up. You can see the nice interface. And when it powers up for the first time, I had to go ahead and do it so I could get it updated and familiar with it. But you do need to power it up, connect it to a Wi-Fi network, just like any Android phone or tablet. You need to run system update and go through and make sure the software is up to date for the system. And then when you're in the X431 app, we'll look at all this in a minute. You can update all the app and its software and stuff. So make sure you do all that. I already did it. It would just take forever to show you, and it's very intuitive, so I wasn't going to spend time doing that in this video. Okay, so like I said, we have our power cable, charger for the tablet, OBD cable in there. So first, what we're going to do is look at the J2534 interface software. I don't have any need for that myself, and it's beyond the scope of repairs I do, but I know it's used for being able to program engine computers, ECMs, and various things, which is really something a full-on dealership level would need. And it's very cool. It's just outside of kind of my scope. I use these as diagnostic tools, really, but we're going to go ahead and look at the software because I have it on the computer here. and I think it'd be really interesting to show. So I like having the ability to do it. I just don't have a way to demonstrate any actual programming. But if you have it hooked up over the OBD cable to your vehicle, it'll get 12 volts in power on that way. Or you can use one of the included power cables, which, since I'm showing this part outside of the vehicle, we're going to do that. I'm going to plug in power right there. And then I'm going to plug in the battery clip leads to a 12 volt battery I have right here. And we'll see the port lights up and the Smartlink interface is going to boot up. Okay, very cool. We can go ahead and take our USB cable. I have it connected to an old Windows laptop here, and I'm going to plug that in as well. Okay. And we heard this thing beep. Local diagnosis, vehicles communicating, which it's talking over USB to the laptop, so that's all great. Okay, so let's look at the software. I already have it installed here, but you can get it from the Launch website and go to the page for the X431 PRO3S Plus Elite, and you can scroll down to download, and right here, J2534 tool and operation manual.rar. Download that file. Okay, which I have already done. I have it right here. You're going to want to open that file up. You'll see the operations guide and the installer file. So I've already extracted them. I already ran the installer file. I mean, I'll open it up, but I have already installed it. Typical Windows installer, go through that. It will install the launch software. Okay, so I'm not going to do that again. You can see the PDF file guide here that shows you kind of the operating principles, how this works. Shows you using the Smartlink as a pass-through device for Windows software for various programmers. And it shows you the diagnostic software that's compatible with this. And like I said, I don't have any of it. I don't do this kind of work. But you can see it covers Toyota, Honda, Volvo, VW, BMW, Ford, Subaru, GM, Chrysler, Benz, and Land Rover. And I don't have any factory diagnostic software, so we're not going to do anything there. But it's very cool to see that this has the capability. Okay, what we are going to do, it shows you the websites for the factory software, so pretty cool. Okay, what we are going to do is, let me close this out, we're going to launch the software. So I started up, and you can see it shows the launch software. It says down there the device is connected, and what I have not done is updated the device. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Hit upgrade right here. Let that run. Heard the box beep, so it seemed to have done something. Still says vehicle is communicating on the Smartlink. And it said upgrade success, and now it said upgrade failed. Interesting. Please do not run diagnostic software during the upgrade. Okay, well, let's close it. We'll disconnect. Might as well power it down. We'll connect one more time and check and make sure it's up to date. Okay. Because it did say upgrade success before I got an error, so I'm going to let it power up. There we go. I'll wait till it gets to its main screen before I plug in the USB. Okay. Equipment is ready. I'm going to go ahead and plug in my USB cable. Vehicle is communicating. Okay, great. I'm going to go ahead and relaunch the launch software. It is connected. Still shows like there's an update. So we had an update to the J2534 version before, but it looks like DLL version still needs an update. So I'm going to try this again. And let's see what happens. Okay, still going. Device beeped. So I think, oh, there we go, upgrade success, and also upgrade failed. So, I don't know, let's check again. Yeah, the device upgrade seemed to work. Still have a DLL version. Interesting. Well, we'll have to look into that. Like I said, I'm not using that feature, so I'm not going to spend more time on it, but that is how you upgrade it, using their software, and then obviously you'd be using your factory software on your computer and using the Smartlink device as an interface, which that's about all I can do. So we're going to go ahead and put it in the vehicle and then look at the tablet and check out all the features. So this will be pretty cool. I used to do my videos on my old 07 F-150. I sold that and I finally got a new vehicle. I have a 24 Jeep Gladiator now, and I love it. One of the downsides of showing all my scanner videos now that I have this truck is it requires the auto auth login for Chrysler vehicles. It has a security gateway which prevents you from doing bidirectional control and stuff. You can just scan codes. So it's kind of a bummer, but it's a brand new truck. I don't have any need to do that yet, so I'm not buying a license and gonna do that at this point, but I will show you how the tablet works and what all we can do with it, but we're gonna be locked out of being able to actively do any tests and bidirectional stuff, but that's okay. I think it'll show the power of this tablet and setup. So let me get it connected in the vehicle and then we'll start taking a look. Okay, so here we are in the Jeep. Let me let's see, turn the screen off. Okay, we have the OBD cable plugged into the OBD port down there. Runs over here. The other side's a serial interface that just screws right into the Smartlink. And I went ahead and turned my key on. So it's a push button start, but you can see it's sitting there ready. So we have the Smartlink on, local diagnosis, equipment is ready. Okay, cool. And remote diagnostic mode. Okay. Cool. So we're going to go over here to the tablet, which the Jeep is pretty nice because I can hang it right here with the little kickstand. So we're going to hit X431 software, let it start up. Okay, we're going to be at the main screen here. So I don't have, at my shop here, I don't have this connected to the Wi-Fi. I did it at home to run my updates and all. But let's see. I guess I should go ahead and connect it. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so I connected the tablet to my Wi-Fi, which you can see just do through the Wi-Fi button, just like an Android phone or tablet. And I'm going to open X431 app. Go back to the main screen. Okay, so when you open it up, your main screen looks like this. Now, one thing I wanted to show you since I reconnected it to the Wi-Fi, I said earlier, your system update button right here, make sure you run that when you get the tablet and make sure it's up to date. You just hit it, it'll do a check. You have to be connected to Wi-Fi, obviously. And if it needs an update, it'll say okay, does it automatically. It's easy. Mine's up to date, so okay, no problem. All right, you can see the other things here. We have TeamViewer installed. That's for remote control if you're working with like a remote technician or something. Quick support, which is support from Launch website link, and then we have the X431 diagnostic app, which is what we use for pretty much everything. You have your camera, gallery, file explorer, internet browser, Gmail, like typical Android stuff's already installed. So pretty cool. Because like I said, it's a powerful Android tablet on its own. So now that we're inside the X431 app, first thing to do is your software update. I'm going to hit update. I've already run the update recently, but looks like there's 8 new updates available. And so I'm going to hit update right here. Let those run. They shouldn't take long. So like I said before, when the first time you log this in, it's going to ask you to create an account and make sure you do all that. You put in your activation code and serial number that comes in the box, and that'll help you get your unit activated and ready and connected and everything. And I think they give you, I believe it was 2 years of software updates from Launch. So it's pretty generous. It has everything you need. And then you can also go into the store, the software store, and buy tons more software extensions. So for what I need, which is typically, American common cars, like I don't really need any of that. It has some motorcycle plugins, which I might try at some point, but I don't currently have any fuel injected motorcycles that this would talk to and be useful for me. I typically have old motorcycles. So I haven't bought any of those, but maybe someday. Okay, that's installing, and hopefully we'll finish up this last one real quick. That BMW one must be large. It's downloading quite a bit of data, but not showing much progress. There we go. So, yeah, my only fuel-injected bike is a 2012 Moto Guzzi, and it uses an old, I think, a Morelli or Bosch ECU or something, which I use some free open source software to reprogram for my fuel mapping and stuff, and never needed to use anything else, just a cable to my laptop. Okay, we're gonna go back. Hopefully that'll keep running while we're doing other stuff. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, so we're gonna let the update finish. Let's look at some of the other stuff before we go into the diagnosis. So, about, check for updates, diagnostic update over Wi-Fi, fine. Product manual, quick start, FAQ, so just typical stuff. Yeah, we don't need to view the manual right now. See if I can go back. Okay. Settings. You can register all your shop name information. I don't do that, but units, metric, or English. I leave them on English. Printer setup. Clear cache. We don't need to do any of that. Device account management. So nothing we need to mess with right now. So user info. Should show you any reports you've generated. Shows the I believe that'll be the serial number of your Smartlink device. Yeah, so you can see it matches the device shown on the screen of my Smartlink. Activate lets you activate another Smartlink device or communication device with your tablet or software. Profile, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's see what's next. Repair info. Okay, workshop data. I haven't used this, but if you have an account with it, yeah, I'd trial. I don't have an account. I don't need this, but looks like you can get info through Haynes manuals and get workshop information for different vehicles. Equipment operation tips. Different stuff you can learn about using the device. Training videos, website. Cool. So a bunch of resources. That's very cool. Launch Academy. Okay, repair case, tire pressure maintenance database, skills, training video. I don't know what this is. Let's see. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm not totally sure. I don't use that function and haven't even looked at it. So, interesting. Okay, Mall. So this is useful. This is your software store to download other software for your device. You can see when your subscription expires, you can renew it at a discount to update all your software in the future. But like I said, it comes with plenty of time of service of updates. Renew, and then cheaper options to renew less of the software. And single software you can purchase or in packs. Software store. We'll show you all these different vehicles, and you see it's China, Asia, Europe, so lots of different areas for different types of vehicles. You know, and I'm in the US and Colorado. Most of this isn't useful for me, but very cool that it supports all this stuff, so it's truly a worldwide device. Commercial vehicle. I know part of the advertising with this was about the heavy-duty 24-volt systems, and you can see it tells you right here, and the cable box comes with support and cables for older vehicles and heavy-duty vehicles and stuff. So pretty cool. Again, nothing I'm going to use, but really, you know, really interesting because you can use this for so much stuff. Interesting. Cummins, Allison, Caterpillar. Pretty cool. So this one device could do so much stuff for you. It also has support for electric vehicles. Tesla package. I don't have any electric vehicles, so I'm not going to play with that, but very interesting that these are now supporting diagnostic interfaces for electric vehicles. Okay, IMMO. I don't know what that is. I need to learn about this because I've seen that other places, but I'm not sure what that means. I think Maybe it's related to key programming or a security interface, which I haven't done before, but lots of interesting stuff there. Reset. Motorcycle software, which I might play around with at some point, but I don't have any use for at this point. And software packages. So very cool store that you can do that. Oh wait, I do want to see, go back to software packages. Software store, software pack. EV diagnosis add-on kit, interesting. HD software package for all the heavy duty stuff. Motorcycle security software, very cool. Okay, awesome. Feedback link. Last 20 diagnostic sessions saved, so you can submit a bug report or get help on stuff, so that's pretty cool. X431 diagnosis kit. So these are a bunch of the other things that this supports and uses. I would love to get the oscilloscope kit. I don't have it, but there's a separate add-on oscilloscope box for these, so maybe someday I'll get that to try, because you can use this as a really full function oscilloscope, which is super cool. I think we can launch it. No, maybe not. CAN bus. Interesting, let's see. I haven't tried this. Connected to the diagnostic device to the Smartlink, and it's running a scan on the OBD port. Oh, very cool. Shows you individual voltage on each terminal. Right on. I love this. Very cool. Vehicle coverage. I think this is a database of the vehicles that are supported by this. Yeah. Pretty cool. Oh, let's look. Jeep. Select model. Gladiator. Jeep 2024 Gladiator supports all functions for it. Very cool. So yeah, it is a database to let you see. Clear software, fixed connector. Don't need to do any of this. DLC voltage check. Okay, you can see your vehicle voltage. Okay, not sure on that one. And then let's go back to software update. Looks like everything's done. Right on. Okay, so you can see those are all done successfully. It'll refresh and should tell me there's no updates left. Yeah, upgradable 0. Perfect. Okay, software update's done. Let's go into Toolbox. So here's a bunch of other, this is what I was thinking of. This is where you can access all the other features that this has, but you need add-on equipment for it. And I don't have any of that, but I may get to try. Like Key Programmer, I don't have that add-on module. Oops. But that may be very cool and useful in the future, so I may look at getting something like that. You can do all your key programming through this. Oh yeah, maybe immobilizer. So this is, there's a tool for this, an add-on. Yeah, I don't have it or need for it, but very cool. Okay, no problem. Insulation, multimeter, current clamp, scope box. So that's, like I said, it'll launch the software, but I don't have the add-on oscilloscope box. But I played around with it a little bit. It's pretty cool. It looks like a fully featured oscilloscope. So that is definitely something I might add, because this is such an excellent tablet. It could be really useful to have. And there's different versions of it. The sensor box, the scope box. Video scope is like a, it'll launch, but endoscope's not connected. So that gives you like a fiber optic scope, meters, all sorts of super useful tools. So we'll see. This is a great scanner, so I will probably start expanding on that stuff. Okay, special functions. Let's take a look. Ton of stuff. I don't need to do any of that on this vehicle, but this is really cool to see. I mean, I have like 600 miles on this brand new Jeep, so I'm not messing with any of this right now, but this tool supports everything. ABS bleeding. Look at this. Adaptive lighting, air fuel reset, battery matching, brake reset, ECU coding, crank sensors, DPF region, throttle relearning, cruise control system, injector coding. Look at that, tons of stuff. Window calibration. So right on. Not all vehicles are going to support every one of those special functions, but man, that's cool. EV functions for electric vehicles. I don't have one clearly, but you can see all these functions that are available. That's awesome. Okay, remote diagnose. That'll let you, I don't want to look at the guide, come on. So that'll let you connect to a remote technician that can talk through the Smartlink interface to be able to diagnose the vehicle remotely. Very cool. Okay, so these are the two you'll use if you're using it as like an OBD scanner. So local diagnose, let's look at that first. This one lets you kind of manually do everything. You can select your vehicle, go into the vehicle, select different modules to look at. It's the manual way of going into exactly what you want. So if you're already real familiar with this, this is very powerful. However, we're going to look at intelligent diagnose because it's probably the way most people would use this to start. So you start it up, it's going to connect to the Smartlink down there, and over Bluetooth you'll hear it start clicking and it's talking to the vehicle. It's going to read your VIN information and take a minute to detect the vehicle, and then it will tell you when it's ready. Okay, right on. So here we are. Detected it's a Jeep using the Chrysler software, 2024 Jeep, blah, blah, blah. Great. Quick access should let us access specific modules that we know we needed to look at. Kind of similar to going in through the local diagnose. So the first time you do this, it can take a little bit to go out and communicate and see what modules are supported. You can see it tells us the battery voltage up in the corner. That's nice. Okay. All right, 2024 Gladiator. I noticed this before when I play with it. It says unknown at first, and then once you do it again, it will report the VIN number. Okay, so like I said, this vehicle is equipped with the SGW security gateway module. I don't have the unauto auth account to unlock it, which would give me access to everything to control. So we can't really do tons here because I just don't have a need for that on my new vehicle yet. Whenever I do, I will get one. So if I said yes, I could then log in through my Chrysler account for auto auth. But I'm going to say no because I don't have an account. And it's going to say it can't unlock the security gateway, so you can just read stuff. And I know, and that's okay. So I've looked it up. Like you can get a license easily. It's not a problem. I just don't have a need for it and really want to spend the money on it yet because I won't use it at this point. But the first time I need to do something on this vehicle, I certainly will. So I noticed the first time in a session you go through this, it takes longer to load everything. Once it's already done this, you can look at different modules and stuff much quicker. I think it already like stores it in memory or something, and it does not take as long to load each section. So we'll give it a minute so I can show you the screens. Okay, so here we are, finished loading, and it's now showing the system topology screen. So this is really cool. Gives you a breakdown of the entire interface and all the modules in the vehicle. So this is everything it could support. It doesn't mean your vehicle has all of those. So we're going to go through Let's hit high-speed scan and let it go through and do a detect. So it's going to go through and try and talk to each of the modules in your vehicle, and then it'll show you which ones are supported. So you can see some of them are grayed out for not equipped, green ones are normal, and then it's showing which ones are scanned. Now, you know, I don't know, being that I don't have the security gateway unlocked, like this may not be, like I think this vehicle has some of these modules, but it can't detect them since I'm not logged in. But this kind of view is very cool. I think this is awesome. Like, let's look at radio. So you can tap on any particular module and then see if it had any trouble codes or anything in that module. Like, let's see. I hit enter on the body control module. I don't think it's going to let me do it because I don't have the security gateway access, but we'll see what happens. Oh, good. It lets me go in. I suppose I can read any codes that were here. It shows me software information. We can clear codes. We can read codes. We don't have any codes, but right on. Okay, good. So I can read stuff even though I don't have a login for the security module. We can read data stream. So I don't know. Let's try some of these. Say okay. So there we go. Shows us we can select items that are part of that module. We can view their current value, and then we can graph them as well, like most scanners of this level support. So very cool. Of course, you know, turn signal indication graphing probably isn't helping, but we can do lots of stuff, you know, for diagnosing battery voltage or speed or whatever versus, you know, throttle position, stuff like that. So the graphing can be very cool. Actuation test. I assume I can't do that, but let's see. Yeah, could not start actuator. So not surprising. I don't have access to the module to be able to give it those commands. So that's okay. But right on. So lots of great options there. So this view just makes it really, really useful, you know, showing you a list of all the modules. You can go into any particular module and then have all of those options to read codes in a particular module. And then, you know, I may not support it on this vehicle, but it's very cool to be able to have that control level over it. So first scanner I've ever had that does the system topology list, but man, that is cool. Diagnostic plan, no codes, so no plan. Clear codes, which I don't need to do. Compare results, we don't have any other results. If I hit report, it'll generate a PDF file report with all the info of the vehicle. You don't need to put in any customer info. And these launch reports, I have other launch scanners that do this and generate all these codes. It's super cool. Really nice. We'll save a copy of it. Okay. So we can also, we have topology, which is the graph. We can hit system list and see all the modules here in a list view. We can look at special functions. So this will show different functions that this vehicle supports, which again, I don't know that I can do without the security gateway login, but you can see oil light reset, steering angle, throttle sensor, tire pressure, injector coating, all sorts of cool stuff, which I don't need to do here, but very nice to know I can do it through this. And advanced driver assistance system calibration. I don't think I'm going to have any access to this. Like, I think that's the radar. That's for, like, even if you have access to it, it's nothing I'm going to mess with. But I think the vehicle timed out and turned off, so I just had to turn the key back on. We'll see if it'll reconnect. May have to restart the app. But that's stuff like your radar for adaptive cruise control and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't support. So that's what happens when we go into this through the local diagnosis. We get that topology. We can go select things individually. Very, very useful when you know what you want to look at. Now we'll use intelligent diagnose and go back and rescan. Okay, checked all the units again. Oh, let me make sure I'm explaining this correctly. Exit. Okay, there we go. Get out of that. Okay. back to Intelligent Diagnose. So we're in quick access, which lets us view all of those things. If we hit diagnostic, we're going to start a new session. And this should auto detect everything. And we're going to end up at the same menu. So the Intelligent Diagnose will always take you back to the Topology menu and let you select all your supported modules from that screen. And like I said, the Local Diagnose screen is what lets you select everything manually. So making sure I'm explaining this correctly. But like I said, I don't know if we'll wait for this whole startup, because when you go through and communicate, my other vehicles, it's always been quicker. I have to assume this is because of the security gateway module on this, that it takes a while to negotiate with this and get logged in so you can view everything. But hopefully you can see how it works. Yeah, we're not going to go through the whole thing again. So very powerful software, does everything you need it to. Tons of cool features, tons of add-ons with the other modules that you can use this with. Killer tablet. You have the J2534 programming feature with the Smartlink module. I mean, this is the best scanner I've ever used. It is very, very impressive. It's beyond, features that I typically need as a home mechanic, but man, this is cool. So I'd highly recommend it. I'm super impressed, and I hope you like checking this out and seeing what all the X431 Pro 3S Plus Elite can do. So thanks for watching. Hope you like it. See ya.